There's been a couple people in the energy. I just don't like how people who are in unfortunate situations are just actively being used every day by corrupt people, right, in positions of power, or maybe even not. Somebody just being like, hey, giving them whatever and say, you know, go do this. But just seeing people who are allegedly on foot everywhere, all over town, right, no matter the distance, no matter the temperature. I just saw you how many miles back? And here you are on foot. Looks like you're playing dress up. I'm not saying that you are. Like somebody, we were leaving the laundromat the other day. Literally, as I said that, the guy that owns the laundromat drove by us. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just stating the obvious. But the guy that I was just referring to saw him leaving the laundromat and he was carrying a blanket. Literally 107 outside. Mean is, it looked like he was headed towards the laundromat as we were driving away, and he saw the bus driving away, so it was like he was gonna go in the laundromat and then saw that we were leaving and then never went inside, just kept walking down the street with his blanket. So I was like, okay. Saw him this morning with no blanket, and mind you, that's probably a half hour away on foot where I was right now, whatever. And then hours later, just came up to the bus and asked me if I had a cigarette. No. And I don't like seeing just people being used, spiritually being used in the physical. And it's because people are mistreating them on purpose. If you're seeing this video right now and you're targeted and you're aware of it, you're already so far ahead, way more ahead than you think. And people that are genuinely fearing for their life, please release that fear. And it's like, how do you do that? How do we start? Again, we gotta pray and say out loud, thank God for releasing all fear from your mind, from your physical form. Anytime that you feel fearful for your life, you will only be reassured that you're on the right track and everything's working out for you. But it's like, we gotta give a fuck enough to say these just initial things to really kickstart, and then just, I'm so sorry for this babble. I was just so taken back seeing that guy hours ago. And now here you are with this enormous blanket. We're not near the laundromat. And you're just coming right up to the bus and asking if there's a couple other people around, didn't go up to anybody else, and just walked away. I don't even know why the fuck I'm still talking. All right. Another dude that I see all the time, where, right, we know what it is, don't really cur, whatever. And I was like, honey, I'm starting to think you're in the CIA because I see you everywhere. And he was probably like, this bitch is stupid. But also the guy last night, guys, I'm just stating these things because I have to talk it out and I have no. Guy last night, the only reason why I said something to him was because of how he was parked in such a huge parking lot, us being the only two, and you're parked directly in front of the windows with your lights on, that were making my head feel like I was gonna explode. So I was like, genuinely nice. You know what I mean? But the first thing he says to me, after the initial shock of me being like, yeah, honey, listen. You wanna know what this guy says to me? He says to me, I'm homeless too. I said, who in the fuck? Yeah, honey, who in the fuck said that? I'm like, let's pump it right there. Let's pump the brakes. Sir, I think what you mean to say is, you're homeless, period. That's a home. It's on wheels. Studio apartment for however longer I'm in this area. Again, anybody looking for work or roommate, whatever. I'm just like, what is life? What the fuck? I'm just kidding though, because obviously I'm not gonna, a lot of people ask me where I'm located and I'm like, I'm not gonna share my location, even though everybody already knows, you know? Even I go live and people just comment my exact coordinates. I'm like, awesome. All right, let's end this with a prayer, guys. I love how I just come online looking like Miss Trunchbull and Adam Sandler had a kid who never gave a fuck. All right, here we go. Father God, I thank you for taking all hatred out of the enemy's hearts, out of anybody's hearts. I thank you for lifting the veil off of every single person breathing on this planet. I thank you for completely dismantling the satanic agenda anytime anybody tries to mess with energy in a negative way to benefit themselves and harm somebody else. Everybody will be blessed beyond measure. Anytime the person staring at me on the other side of the screen has any doubt about themselves, I pray that you completely overwhelm them with joy, confidence, peace, and love. Thank you for making something amazing happen for everybody that's helped me today. I thank you for releasing all money blockages. And lastly, guys, I pray that anybody trying to play in your face or deceive you in any way instantly sharpens your tools, elevates you to a higher frequency, and you get your ass out there, okay? You get your fucking ass out there and you find that fucking dog. Wait, not me referencing Adam Sandler and then being equivalent to Billy Madison. Mr. Madison, you got too much sun today.